Happy Wednesday. It's the Jam Nation podcast with Jonesy and Amanda.
Phil Burton joins us. Phil is the Phil in Human Nature.
He's the front man of Human Nature. And
front man? Is there any front man?
well, that's what he was saying before. He was saying, I'm the brains of the operation.
Are you playing Yoko Ono? You're
Those
going to
other
split the band
losers
up.
have got no idea.
We also speak to Peter Fitzsimons. He's written a new book, The Battle of Long Tan.
Mm-hmm. The Melbourne Cup. How good is Cody Simpson? He is the greatest anthem singer ever, I think.
Well, the people who were trying to draw attention away from Melbourne Cup was Channel 7 with their big dance at Randwick. We'll have a look at the news story where they just can't get enough of themselves.
I'm disappointed with Martin King at the Melbourne Cup.
What happened?
Just so disappointed. So boring and nice. Come on, Martin.
Yes, where's the inappropriate
Lower your
drunks?
standards. Where's the drunks?
Your adult children paying board. Does this pass the pub test? We've got stacks of calls on that.
And we'll check in on our Ghoulies hotline. Enjoy our podcast.
Everybody online.
Right now, by the miracle of recording, we had so many requests for them to do it again.
Mistress Amanda.
Miss Keller. Amanda.
Doesn't work alone.
Wow, this is fantastic.
Her friend is in a back room making the tools of the trade.
I've heard them describe him as a drunken idiot.
Sorry, I've been drinking beer.
The legendary pirate Jonesy and Amanda the actress.
Hello, Wiggles. Congratulations, Mandy. We're on the radio right now.
Jonesy and Amanda, you're doing a great job.
You have no empathy for anyone but yourself, you giant tool.
Now's the time to hear good radio.
Sorry, a bit of a tongue twist there.
Jonesy and Amanda are here.
It's showtime, a-holes. We're on the air.
Well, hello there, Amanda. How are you?
What a wash-up from yesterday. What about you and your smokies and your side speak and your mutters? you didn't pick anyone.
I've lost everything.
What do you mean?
It's all gone.
Did you bet everything?
I emptied my sports bet account on my horsey.
Oh, there's a lesson in there, isn't there? So how much are you
Montefilia.
down?
It's all gone. It's all gone. I might as well just be sitting here in my underpants. It's all gone. I had put 2 on it.
2 to 1,000, 200?
2 each way, and lost it all.
Oh, no.
So now, and then my account was down to $1.79.
Oh, no.
So then I was chasing my losses. So I put $1 on a smoky at Randwick, and that won. So now I'm back in the game with
I'm
$3.
confused with... So how much did you lose?
$4.
How much did you bet?
$2.
Oh,
each way.
$2?
Yeah, 2 each way.
You bet $2.
Yeah,
It's more than I bet.
I got this thing going with sports bet. So ages and ages ago, I got a sports bet account and I put $50 in there, and it went down to like $1 or something. And then the sports bet people said, "Oh, your account's low. We're going to give you a $5 bonus bet." And this is like ages and ages ago.
Oh, so they keep you in.
No, well, so I decided I'm not going to put any money in that account. I'm just going to go. So I'm on the sports bet teat. So I'm down to $3.79. But I keep it down at that. I don't put any money in. And I shouldn't be talking about it because they know they're going to put the $5 in there, are they? So now I'm going to have to try and eke out a living. And then your son, Jack, made me lose all my money
This is
on
how
a roughy greyhound.
This is what happens. That younger generation, that sports bet stuff on your phone is so dangerous.
Oh, it's so addictive. It is
addictive. It's so dangerous.
But you've got to
isn't it?
gamble responsibly, as they say.
And you are lucky in the way your brain works is that you say, I'm not putting any more money in. But so many people today will be having a hard time of this.
Gee, of course, yeah.
But let's talk about the winners from yesterday from our
Forget
sweep.
the losers.
From our sweep. So Alice from Allambie got gold trip. So she got a 2-night stay at Seabreeze Hotel in
should have
Southwest
put my money
Rocks.
on that.
And a $250 bistro voucher. That's lovely. Second prize, Daniel from Dean Park had Emissary. Did that horse come second? No,
Yeah.
Emissary. A $300 Enzo's Kachina voucher. Third place, we didn't allocate.
Oh, what was it?
Who came third?
Well, maybe I should get that.
No. Anyway, so
do you
the
mean,
double
no?
pass to the Red Hot Summit
Oh,
Tour
maybe I
went
should go to
begging.
that.
Last place was Camora. Steph Ramonoval is getting a bag of carrots.
Got a pot of glue.
Don't make those jokes. That's why people are saying nup to the cup.
Nup to the cup. Well, what can we do? We're going to say nup to this. You got to do this. You can't eat that. Can't say that. What else can you do?
Well,
and I have no money left.
We each make our choices, don't we? And and a lot of horses are damaged in the Melbourne Cup and in every weekend racing. I was looking at the stats last night. So, the big celebrations for the winners.
Yep.
The horses that are still alive today.
Make reasonable choices. That's what Jem Rye's got tattooed on his neck.
What?
Yeah.
Action.
He's got it backwards because he did it in the mirror.
Himself. So gifted. Action-packed show today. We have $10,000 up for grabs with the $10,000 question. And would you like to play the Magnificent Seven?
Tell you what, I've struggled. Question number 1. This is the stuff I find very hard. What century are we in right now?
Podcast. We have the Magnificent Seven. There are 7 questions. Can you go all the way and answer all 7 questions correctly? If you do that, Amanda will say.
I got a smoky for you. Oh, hang on, that was yesterday. Sorry.
Yeah, where's your smoky now?
Where's my smoky?
Because there's no horses running anymore until next year.
They're beautiful looking horses. I'm not into horses. Horses scare me, but even I can see the majesty of a horse.
Is it just me? But the horses seem to be more veiny these days. They all look like The Rock. Have you noticed they're all working out?
Are their bodies longer, or am I imagining that? You could fit 6 jockeys on each one. Their backs seem longer.
But it's all about getting question 7 right. John is in Wollongong.
Hello, John. How are you?
Jonesy and Amanda, how we going?
I was just thinking, though, for all those people that want up for the cup and that, why don't we have pantomime horses racing?
Well, why do you need racing?
Everyone likes racing.
I don't.
What about
I don't like racing.
What races do you like?
I don't like watching races.
What about 3-legged races? Come on.
I don't like watching races.
You're at a picnic day.
It's not my field of interest.
But if you saw a 3-legged race, you go, yeah, look at that.
No, I'd look away.
What? You'd look away?
I'd put blinkers on and look away.
Oh, that's not true.
John, question 1. What century are we in right now?
We're in the 21st century.
Exactly.
Yes, we are. I get confused with centuries. If someone says 19th century, what year is that?
When we say 20th century, we're referring to the 1900s.
So 20th century is the 1900s.
Yes. The first century included the years 1 to 100.
And that was no century.
Yeah. The second century, the years 100 more.
I don't know. It's like daylight saving, isn't it?
Wasted my time.
Question 2.
I must have just yelling out the window.
Formerly known as the F3 freeway, the motorway linking Sydney to the Hunter is now called what? It's called an M something.
M1?
It is the M1.
Are you sure about that answer, John?
M1, yes it is.
Let's play What's on the Box.
Television.
I'll turn the box on.
What show has this theme?
I think we get it.
Do you know the show?
That would be the X-Files.
Yes.
You know what the new X-Files is?
Is there a new one?
No. But the show that's like the X-Files is The Watcher. That is a great show. Have you watched that?
No.
So good.
Don't tell me anymore.
Have you watched The Watcher, John? John, are you there?
Yes, sorry. Yep.
You know what's happening?
John, what are you doing?
Well, you just did it for the rock set and the prizes.
I'm outside. It's windy. I'm getting a coffee before we start our shift.
Oh, okay. What kind of work are you doing?
Patient transport.
Oh, good man.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, well, let's get to you. The X-Files was that correct answer. Question 4. The original Bop It toy requires you to follow 3 commands. Bop it, press a button, twist a lever, and what?
Turn a knob.
Well, no. I forgot to give you the multiple choice. I'm sorry, John. I just thought there was multiple choice there. John, I'm sorry.
Sorry, John. But you got work to do. You're doing the Lord's work, and you keep doing that great work in patient transport.
Jam Nation.
We're into the Magnificent Seven, and
We're
we
up to
find ourselves...
question 4. It's going to go to Deborah in Acacia Gardens. Hello, Deborah.
Good morning, guys. How are you
Very
today?
well. I'm not familiar with the Bop It toy, but apparently it requires you to follow 3 commands. You bop it, press a button, twist a lever, and what's the third thing? Do you pull it, you spin it, you rub it?
You pull it.
It was a pullable handle.
Sarah, Jane and Tom are current contestants on which reality show?
They're on the block.
They're on the block.
Question 6. A keg is normally constructed of stainless steel and used to store, transport and serve what?
Beer.
Oh, don't mind if I do. Thanks, Deborah.
Which brings us to question 7.
Who performed the national anthem at yesterday's Melbourne Cup?
Oh, you're kidding me, aren't you? I've got no
Deborah.
idea. Is it Delta Goodrum?
No, it wasn't Delta.
He really nailed it too. It was extraordinary.
So it's a he. Ron's in Helensburgh. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Very well. Who performed the national anthem at the Melbourne Cup yesterday?
Cody Simpson.
Cody Simpson. And he did it so well.
Was he good? What a sweet voice.
Beautiful.
We forget he's a singer, I guess, because now he's a swimmer.
Yeah.
Oh, what a nice version.
He's done a Wallow.
He has. He's done a Simon Gallagher.
He's done a Gallagher. He's out Gallagher and Wallow and Julie Anthony.
He's out Anthony'd all of them.
Congratulations to you, Ron. You've got the jam pack. It's all coming your way. A Top Gun Maverick pack.
Ooh.
The biggest blockbuster of the year. Top Gun Maverick on 4K UHD, Blu-ray and DVD. A go boat experience. Be your own captain. Rent an electric picnic boat on the Parramatta River.
Beautiful.
That's what we should go and do.
You and me?
Yeah, you want to do that?
I'd be happy to do it.
I like the idea of carrying in a little electric boat. And Jonesy and Amanda carry your choice for you to colour in some Staedtler pencils. Ron, anything you would like to add to this?
Thank you.
You're welcome, Ron.
Well done.
You're welcome.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Good morning.
Do you mean to wish me a good morning, or do you mean that it is a good morning whether I want it or not?
All of them at once, I suppose.
My turn to flick through the Jalmanac, our big book of musical facts. On this day in 1972, Carly Simon released the iconic song, You're So Vain. She was one of my early crushes because I thought she was a man.
Oh, yeah.
Because we didn't have access to who they were and what they looked like. I just heard her on the radio. She ranks amongst the very best songwriters of her generation. And I must say, on weekends when I'm baking, I still sometimes say, hey, Siri, play the best of Carly Simon. It's so good. But this song, You're So Vain, has been an anthem for everyone that's ever suffered in a toxic relationship. And, of course, there's been so much mystery as to the identity of the song's subject, and she has never disclosed it. Until recently. The most common candidates, James Taylor, her ex-husband, David Bowie, I know that one, Chris Christopherson, David Cassidy, wow, Cat Stevens, Mick Jagger.
Mick Jagger's in the song.
He sings backing vocals, but also Warren Beatty was also listed.
He was
as
the favourite.
Yeah. Over the years, she has gradually denied. All those names came up. She said, no. In 2015, she agreed to reveal the identity to the highest bidder at a charity at Martha's Vineyard Possible Dreams charity auction. The winning bid was $50,000.
Whoa.
From Dick Ebersol, a friend of hers and the president of NBC Sports. The condition was he could know the truth, but he could only reveal to others a single clue. Do you know what that clue was?
What's the clue?
The clue was the letter E is in the person's name. Jonesy.
Oh, it could be.
Is it you?
Well, I was only 7.
Let's listen to the song.
What about
and listen out, yes?
Eddie the Eagle?
Oh, yes, there's E's in there. Sure. Okay, well, that's 2. We're really narrowing this down. Here it is.
Jam Nation.
Well, let's talk about yesterday, Melbourne Cup. You've got to be brave to take on the Melbourne Cup. And yet that was what I think Channel 7 and Randwick attempted to do with the big dance. The background to this is Channel 7 used to have the rights to, well, I'm making up this bit's true.
No, go
Channel
with it.
7 had the rights to the Melbourne Cup. They were always ones who broadcast the Melbourne Cup.
And you'd have Bruce McAvaney there.
Yeah. And then a couple of years ago, Channel 10 got the rights to broadcast the Melbourne Cup. So Channel 7, it seems, is trying to have people tune into it on Cup Day rather than Channel 10. This is my feeling.
Well, that was curious because I woke up from my afternoon snooze and I looked at the telly on Channel 10. Eddie Maguire was on Channel 10.
Yeah, so Eddie Maguire has gone to Channel 10 for the racing.
I went, what's happened as the world tipped on its access? And then I went over to Channel 9 to see what was going on there. And you know they're running on Channel 9 at Melbourne Cup time?
Last year's race?
No, Tipping Point. You know
What's
that
that?
show Tipping Point?
Oh.
It's the worst game show in the history of the world. It's people standing there. You know, you go to a carnival and it's got all those coins and a thing comes out and pushes the coins. That's the show.
And how long did you watch it for?
I thought, geez, I should be hosting this. This is a show I could do.
Well, so some people probably still tune into Channel 7 thinking that they're going to get the Cup, but the Cup is now on Channel 10. But Channel 7 is spruiking a big day at Randwick called The Big Dance.
I know, and they want us to call it The Big Dance.
Well, I was watching Channel 7 News last night, and the first story was about Melbourne Cup, but the second story was, forget the Melbourne Cup. Who wants that?
Right.
We've got the big dance. So they were so anti-Melbourne, pro the big dance. We've put dings every time they've spruiked themselves.
Clear skies in the nick of time. At Randwick, the sunshine got everyone in a good mood.
If you look at the sun up there, Melbourne doesn't have that, right? If you look out here, it's a beautiful day on the racetrack.
While the fair skins suffered, others made sun safety fashionable.
I wouldn't want to be in Melbourne right now, 14 degrees.
It was actually 11.
Let's go!
Not to insult anyone's intelligence here, but can anyone name one of the horses in the Melbourne Cup?
Absolutely not. Sorry.
And while this is no Melbourne Cup crowd, there are still 20,000 people here at Randwick to witness history, the first running of the big dance.
A $2 million race for horses from across the state.
Melbourne Cup isn't about Melbourne, is it?
It's really not.
This was Maryland's RSL, where folks will tell you you don't have to be in Melbourne to have that cup experience.
You lose your money, take a fat lip, black eye and bloody nose, you walk away, come back next year and do it again.
We gave him a ding because I couldn't understand a single word he was saying.
So, what would you rather, Melbourne Cup or a Maryland's RSL getting a punch in the head? I think I'd rather be a Maryland's RSL naturally.
The race that stops the nation, except you're in other places.
But, you know, who was the star of the Melbourne Cup?
Was it Darryl?
Was it? Well, Darryl Braithwaite didn't perform.
He didn't sing
they
the
got
horses?
Colin Hay, no. Remember that time they got Darryl Braithwaite to perform the horses, and it looked like he came directly from his garden doing some gardening and just sung the horses.
Oh, was it the first November, the first Tuesday in November already?
And I said to him, I said, mate, did you even think about just changing his shirt? He just showed up in this old T-shirt. No, it was Cody Simpson.
Who sang the anthem?
And Cody Simpson, who pop star, then decided to become an Olympic swimmer. He sung our anthem. My God, I was standing there. I actually teared up.
Really?
This is possibly the greatest rendition of the Australian anthem. He sung it with the Australian Gospel Choir as well. It was beautiful.
Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are one and free. We've golden soil, wealth for toil.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
What a sweet voice.
Abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page,
Come on, Cody, bring it home.
stage, advance Australia fair. In joyful strains, then let us sing, advance Australia fair.
And there's a refrain here.
In joyful strains, then let us sing, advance Australia.
He sassed it.
It's a bit Broadway.
He sassed it.
And beautiful diction.
Beautiful diction. I haven't heard that good diction since Julie Anthony. Remember Julie
I haven't
Anthony?
heard that good diction.
Isn't Julie?
Yeah. She was the benchmark.
Although I noticed Cody, when he wrapped it up there, he sassed it a bit with his sassiness. Did Julie do that? She just comes out with a big ball-tearing note at the end. If you can say ball-tearing and Julie Anthony in the same sentence.
Well, I think you just have.
Well done, Cody. Well done.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Look, even if you didn't know our next guest was an author, where the hell have you been? He's written about 1 million books, all incredibly well-researched and interesting, never have double spacing. They're big books, but they're incredibly readable. And I've learnt more about the history of so many things from Peter Fitzsimons. He's back with a new one that goes way back into Australian history, this time exploring the Battle of Long Tan. To tell us more, Peter Fitzsimons, hello.
Hello, lovely to be on, Jonesy and Amanda. I think it actually should be Amanda and Jonesy, shouldn't it? But anyway.
Peter, join a cavalcade of me who thinks the same.
Maybe save this for some other campaign.
No, I'm
Put that
happy
in
for
one of
it.
your other
I'm happy
books.
for it. When you say the Battle of Long Tan, that's a phrase I know so well, but I know so little about it. Why is it so iconic for Australian forces?
I guess it's like Gallipoli in the First World War. There were so many battles, so many of them extraordinary, but that's the one that captured the public imagination. And in the Battle of Long Tan, that's precisely what happened. There were many battles, but in the Battle of Long Tan, it was so dramatic. So we had the Australian soldiers that had established a base on a hill called Nui Dat, and on the 17th of August, 1966, it came under attack, mortar fire from the Viet Cong, North Vietnamese. They sent out patrols. One of those patrols, which was Delta Company 6R RAR, goes into this Long Tan plantation, and there's 11 platoon is forward, about 30 men, and they suddenly get hit by something like 2,000 to 2,500 Viet Cong North Vietnamese. They're in real trouble. The other platoons try to get to them. How are we going to get them out? They call in artillery. They try to call in napalm. How are we going to get ammo to them? 2 choppers take off into a howling storm and dramatically just manage to get ammo to them. The armoured personnel carriers, force their way through to get to them. And in the end, against overwhelming odds, we lost 18 men, but in the end, a victory. It's hard to call it a victory given so many died on both sides. And I try to tell both sides, but it was such a dramatic battle.
So, 18 men, I know in the world of things that doesn't sound like a lot, but it is a lot.
Yeah, well, I wrote also about the Battle of Fromelles, a few years ago, and you kindly had me on in that shocking battle in the First World War. We had 7,500 men go forward straight at German bunkers. We lost 5,500 casualties. 1,900 Australian men were killed in 14 hours. So that was the toll in the First World War. In Vietnam, by that point, mercifully, the casualty rate was a whole lot less. But in this one, there's so many extraordinary stories. One of whom, Little Patty. I'm sure you two know very well Little Patty and Cold Joy. So Little Patty was a 17-year-old schoolgirl, the toast of Australia for her Stompy Wompy Surfer Boy song. And she comes home from Sydney Girls High one day and her mum's on the phone. She says, yes, Little Patty, yes, tour of Vietnam. Okay, entertaining the troops with Cold Joy. All right, I'll talk to my husband. And as I mentioned, on the 17th of August, there's a mortar attack. No matter, Little Patty is flown in the next day with Cold Joy. She's on the stage when the battle breaks out.
Wow.
And she's thinking, and I had a wonderful afternoon with her and Cold Joy telling the story, and she was just fantastic, talking about there's all the explosions going on, artillery's firing, but they're not panicking, so maybe I should panic. And then she sees them starting to move, and everything changes, and she's put on a chopper to be flown back to Vung Tau. And as she looks out to the Long plantation, she can see the explosions and knows that there's Australians down there under it. It really is a dramatic story.
Yeah, it was such a time of mixed emotions. Well, Pete, it's always great to talk to you.
Sounds extraordinary, Peter.
The Battle of Long Tan, on sale now in all good bookstores and online. Peter, thank you for joining us.
And give our love to Lisa.
Thank you. Always lovely to talk to you both.
Jam Nation.
There's a couple of questions that I have to ask you.
I don't answer questions.
Just answer the question, okay?
What's in it for me?
$10,000 reward.
You might have lost on the cup, but you could win here. $10,000 right here, right now.
Let's see if we can do this. We've got 10 questions. There are 60 seconds. The person who answers question 10 correctly gets the money.
Sue's in Fairfield West. Hello, Sue.
I'm well. How are you?
Well, thank you. Hang on, Sue, what's happened? I didn't ask how you were.
You've mucked up your transaction.
Are you well, Sue? You're well? Good. Excellent.
Hey, Sue, we're going to start with you. So, 10 questions, 60 seconds. The minute you hesitate and are wrong, you're out. Are you ready to start?
Ready.
We could be seconds away from someone winning $10,000. Good luck, Sue. Here we go. Question 1. Which horse won Melbourne Cup yesterday?
Scott's in Bligh Park.
Which horse won the Melbourne Cup yesterday?
Gold Trip.
Question 2. What's the colour of an emerald?
Green.
Question 3. Who is the villain in Peter Pan?
Dr. Hook.
Sharon's in Raby.
Who is the villain in Peter Pan?
Captain Hook.
Question 4. Harvard University is in which American state?
Washington.
David's in Kincumber.
Harvard University is in which American state?
Massachusetts.
Question 5. Pedigree is a brand that makes what?
Dog food.
Question 6. What does the RBA stand for?
Reserve Bank of Australia.
Question 7. How old is Cody Simpson?
27.
Helen's and Connell's Point.
How old is Cody Simpson?
26.
Terry's in the Rella.
How old is Cody Simpson? He's 25.
25.
Did an amazing job singing the anthem yesterday.
He
at the Melbourne
nailed
Cup.
it. Oh, man. What about Dr. Hook?
Being the villain in Peter Pan. Walk right in, sit right down.
Keep away from a hook.
Jam Nation.
I came across an American comedian on Instagram, The Leighton Show, I think he calls his show or his output. And
his material.
His material, that's the thing. And one of the things I followed was him talking about things I've apologised to my wife for. Breathing loudly, standing in front of a drawer she wanted to open, things like that. But his latest one made me laugh. He's got freshman kids, which I think means that they're in their last years of school or first years of uni. Is that what a freshman is?
Freshman's uni,
so they're
isn't it?
sort of adult kids. They're grown-up kids.
Yeah, they do a different school system in America.
They do. And so he said that, he gets a text from his kid, what's my shoe size? And he goes, oh, come on. And so he posted that and he got an incredible response to all of that. Other people saying the dumb things their grown-up kids had said or done. Here he is reading some of them out.
Son was late for school, told the teacher he had morning sickness, teaching daughter to drive. Should I just look at the road? Asked the chemistry teacher, how do I get this sponge soft? Put down mom as his emergency contact, and for relationship, put good. Sent my 20-year-old to get stamps. Called me upset because they gave her stickers instead. Asked son to vacuum. Do I just plug it in and push it around the room? Daughter was at Blockbuster and said, they should have a place like this for books.
Should have a place like this. That's a good idea.
Oh, wow. Wow. Look, we love them, but sometimes they do say dumb stuff.
They do.
So the tribal drum is beating for my dumb Kid-ult.
Please say yes.
You don't need permission from us to build bunk beds. You're adults.
Step Brothers. Brilliant.
Remember the bunk bed scene?
Oh, I love it. I could watch that movie every single day and still laugh.
Kid-ult.
My dumb Kid-ult. What have you got if you're a man of the match? A summer on the harbour cruise package valued at over $500.
I remember I watched my daughter driving up the driveway with a flat tyre. I said, Rome, you got a flat tyre? She said, I haven't got time for a flat tyre. I've got to go. So I just watched her drive up the road with a flat tyre.
She's right. She does not have
I haven't got time for a flat tyre.
Ain't nobody got time for this.
Jam Nation.
Podcast. Jonesy and Amanda in the morning. 101.7 WSFM.
Hello there. Dumb things your adult children have asked you. The tribal drum is beating for my dumb Kid-ult.
Please say yes.
You don't need permission from us to build bunk beds. You're adults.
That ended well.
Tammy has joined us.
Hello, Tammy.
Hi, how are you?
Very
Great.
well. Tell us about your Kid-ult.
Okay, so we had some racing down in Tasmania. We'd been overseas, and one of the kids said, did we need a passport to go to Tasmania? And then this year we were going to Cairns, and they said, do we need a passport? So I said, no.
How old are they, Tammy?
19.
Yeah. Okay.
That's overseas.
That's kind of what we're looking for
If
here.
they're saying you need a passport for Manly, then,
Thank you, Tammy.
Jam Nation.
The tribal drum is beating my dumb Kid-ult.
Yes.
Say yes.
You don't need permission from us to build bunk beds. You're adults.
This came about because I was listening to an American comedian called, his show on Instagram is called The Leighton Show, and he just puts up a whole lot of content about stuff his wife questions him about, dumb stuff his kids said. And this was his freshman kids. And freshmen, I think, a first year of university.
Yeah, but also it's a high school component
Maybe.
as well.
But they're adults. They're adults at that age. Yeah. One of the kids said to him, what is my shoe size? They texted him from away to say, what's my shoe size? Well, look at your friggin' shoes. So, anyway, that's what we're discussing today, my dumb Kid-ult.
Kim has joined us.
Hello, Kim.
Hello there, you two. This is very triggering, this conversation. I've got a million of them.
Yep.
Where do I start?
Give us something.
Yes. Well, 22-year-old driving around the Shire, minding my business with him driving at night time. Why do we need to have car lights on when there are so many street lights?
Oh.
Why do you need those lights?
Yeah, how do you answer something like that, Kim?
You just don't, and you just think that this is why we drink. This is why Mummy drinks, darling.
Good on you,
Thank
Kim.
you.
Lee's joined us.
Hello, Lee.
Hi, how are you?
Very well. What about your kid?
Well, we were in America travelling and we were in one of the gift shops looking at some calendars and they asked would the calendar work back home in Australia.
So good.
It's a paper calendar.
So good.
Will it work back home?
That is brilliant.
Oh, that is so good.
We are getting lots of calls. Going to take them after the news.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Bingo, bango, ready to go?
So ready to go.
Okay, let's do it.
Dumb things your adult children have asked you.
Yes, this was kicked off by a guy I follow called Leighton, and he has something called The Leighton Show on Instagram. And he had a whole... He spoke about some dumb stuff his kids who were at uni had asked him, and then the floodgates opened. You know, one person said, this kid had asked a chemistry teacher, how do I make this sponge soft?
Yeah, I think my favourite one was at Blockbuster Video. You know, they should have a place like this for books.
Oh. Christina's joined us. Hello, Christine.
Hi, Jonesy and Amanda. How are you?
Very well. Okay, out your Kid-ult. What have they said?
Okay, so here we were a few months back sitting around the dinner table and the ad came on for the Norwegian cruise line. And my 20-year-old daughter said, oh, my God, look at that ship. That is amazing. She said, the only problem is you've got to go all the way to Norwegia to get on.
All the way to Norwegia.
And this is the one that just keeps on giving. This comes back at the dinner table over and over and over again, and we all just laugh.
So good.
They're going, oh, whatever.
Off to Norwegia with you.
Whatever. And also that a cruise line, you have to actually go to Norway to get on
You got to
it.
go to Norwegia.
Yeah.
Get on that
it
ship.
It can come to you. So many things to enjoy in that.
So good. Tracy's with us.
Hello, Tracy.
Hi, how are you?
Very well. What have they said?
That's good. Okay, my daughter's going on a first overseas trip to Italy, and she booked her flights, and she wanted to upgrade her tickets to window seats. And she came in very confused looking, and she said, how come I have to pay for 2 legs when I only have 1 bum?
It's the leg of the journey. It's not your legs.
Is that what's happened? 2 legs of the journey.
She was very confused as to why she was disadvantaged because she had 2 legs.
Lucky she didn't lop one off.
Well, yeah. Good luck to her in Italy is all I can say.
2 legs.
Jam Nation.
Let's get on down to the Jonesy the Man of Arms for the pub test. And today, paying board. Does this pass the pub test?
You've got adults living at home.
Yes.
Do they pay board? Do you mind me asking?
No, not at all. They kind of do, but not really, no. No, there's
less kids.
I always say if they've got full-time work, then you should pay board. And they get around to it. So my daughter's paying, she owes me money for car repairs and stuff like that. So, I say, well, sling me some money when you've got it. But she's got a job now, so she's giving me some money for that.
It's tough, isn't it? Less kids are paying board than they used to.
Well, that's part of our snowplow generation.
That's the thing. House prices are rising, and over the past 10 years, parents have been hesitant to charge their children board, fearful it will take away their ability to save for their own first home. This person here I've been reading about, the Beyond Bank National Operations Manager, has said board should be considered once the child is earning enough to pay their own way. I guess that means having a job. And then people say, well, how much do you charge them? It's said here, a money coach has said, I most commonly see a percentage of between 20 and 30% of the adult child's net income. It's a lot, is it? I can't tell. My children live on campuses.
Yeah, so you're paying for them. They're on your teat at the moment.
I pay for them.
As it were.
But if they were adults living at home and working, I'd want them to pay board, but I'd probably fall into the thing of, while I can afford it, I don't want them, they won't get a foot in the market. It's hard.
If you've got a kid, so my eldest has moved out and he's a self-watering plant now, but if you've got a kid at home that's making, I don't know, $150,000 a year, I know of this story, and he's paying off an investment place, but he still lives at home.
Yes, that is a very different scenario.
I go, well, what the hell's that about?
And also, having your child pay board teaches them how to manage their finances, how to be fiscally responsible.
Yeah, and like my youngest, he works as a barkeep and he casually makes money doing that, and he doesn't pay board, but sometimes he'll buy a shout of some Guzman. And that's always nice. I go, thanks, mate, that's nice. So that kinds of works out swings and roundabouts.
So how does it work in your house? Paying board, asking your kids to pay board, does it pass the pub test?
Certainly had to back in my day, but I also had to take out the garbage, and I'm still taking out the garbage.
Well, I went away to uni when I was in my late teens, or, 18, 17, and I didn't really live at home again after that because I went away to uni, so I wasn't in this scenario.
Me too. I left home at 18.
Whereas kids now are living at home a lot longer. So what do you think? You're charging them board?
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Melbourne Cup yesterday. Disappointing. Not just Montefilia, and I lost all my money,
all
my
your
riches.
$4.
You know, this is a cautionary tale to everyone about gambling and the spiral. I lost all my sports bet account money. It's gone. And I was chasing my losses. Then I'm betting on roughies at Randwick.
Well, let's keep it in perspective. You bet $2 each way.
Still, that's sports bet money. They keep putting $5 in my account.
See, that's how they get you.
Yeah, but it's not my money. It's
But
sports bet
also,
money.
you're smart enough to know just to leave it at that and not put more money in. A lot of people will be feeling it today.
Am I? I'm also disappointed with Martin King.
Well, we always look forward to Martin King because he heads into the paddock or the general admissions area?
The general precinct.
Where people are eating out of bins and vomiting into fascinators.
Yes.
And flirting with him.
He likes to flirt with drunken bosomy girls. And I enjoy watching that on ACA. I must, next to when they're chasing pedophile white goods salesmen and stuff like that. But I do like Martin walking through that precinct. This year, last night, boring.
There you go. Proof of age and a licence to thrill.
It's been awesome. Yeah. The atmosphere's been great. A lot of people.
Hey, the sun's coming out.
It is. It's beautiful, hey?
You love the bird?
Look really good, mate. It looks lovely.
Well, that's a shame. Was that
reasonable discussion?
Reasonable, sober people. That's not what we want Martin King for.
This is what we want.
Oh, there goes my belt.
My pants are falling down. You said I had a nice package.
Well, we said you were the total package.
Oh, sorry, I misinterpreted that. I'm just so used to the other one.
Let's be honest, I'm not wearing a bra right now.
This is when it gets messy.
Dirty girl.
Dirty girl. That dirty girl.
Now you got me interested.
That dirty girl.
What do dirty girls do?
Pick your act up, Martin.
We want more of that, Martin, please.
Yeah. And then you can get back to your normal job.
Mr. McCarthy, you tell me what sort of bloke you are. Apart from a disgusting child molester.
Was he wearing a bra? I know a bra now.
Was that the year you went? When you chucked in your fascinator?
Jam Nation.
We're not gonna take it.
I want you to get up right now.
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
Go to your windows, open them, and stick your head out and yell, I am as mad as hell. I'm not gonna take this anymore.
Down to the Josie and Amanda Ralphs for the pub test today. The pub test, paying board. Does it pass the pub test?
It used to be a regular thing that your children who were living at home the minute they finished school were paying board. Less and less of us are getting our kids to do that. Charging children board, asking them to pay is one of the toughest questions facing parents when their kids are growing up. And house prices rising over the past 10 years, parents have been hesitant to charge their kids board, fearful it will take away their ability to save for their first home. Or the flip side of not charging them board is that are we teaching them fiscal responsibility by not making them work out how much of their money goes towards various things in their lives?
Look at Jem Y. Rye. He lives at home. Are you being taught fiscal responsibility, Ryan?
Yeah, I like to think I have fiscal responsibility.
So you pay board?
No, I don't. No.
Oh.
No,
But Dad wants me to. He's like, yeah.
What does he say?
Oh, you're going to start paying board.
And what does Mum say?
No.
I bet a lot of families are like that Mum's the softie.
Of course.
I bet that's how that goes. All right. We've got lots of calls for this. Paying board, does it pass the pub test?
Of course it does. They've got to learn responsibility and how to manage a budget, balance things between pleasure and business.
I've got 4 sons. I've got 1 still living with me at home, and they've all paid board from the time they were able to.
My word, it does. I go back 45 years when I was 19, 20 years of age. I used to clear $72 and I paid $50 a week to my mum.
What I did with my children, I took board off them, but when they bought their first property or investment property, I gave up the money that I'd saved from their board.
Our daughter just got into her third year of her apprenticeship, so her wage went up. So we said to her, you either pay an extra $10 in board or put an extra $20 into super.
My son pays us $100 a week board. It goes into a sub-account of mine, and when he's ready to buy a house or a deposit, that money will go back to him.
My kids don't pay rent. One's a uni student, one's a first-year nurse. But she cooks us dinner 3 nights a week.
My son's 27 and I charge him $50 a week. He's just got an apprenticeship, so he hasn't got a lot of money, but he needs to contribute at least to the house.
As long as they're contributing, what about that guy? $72, he's making that a week.
And gets charged $50.
What's his mum in the mafia? Like a standover man.
Interesting, the one that said, I charge board, but I put that aside for them for when they want to buy a place. Because that seems to at least teaches them how to live within a budget, but you give them the money back.
I don't know about that.
Why?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
We're putting it aside because it's a false sense of security that mum and dad will always bail them out. Mum and dad will always bail you out because they're going to end up with your stuff anyway.
But it teaches you at a young age that out of my wage, this much goes to my parents every week.
Yeah.
It teaches you to budget.
I don't know. I'm part of the snowplow generation. Look at me. I'm a snowplow. That's what happened.
You've got adult children living at home.
Well, too.
That's right. You were married at that age and out and doing stuff.
Yeah, I had a child at 24.
Yeah.
We had no money. We lived in Muswellbrook with no money.
Yeah.
I remember one time I won the footy tipping competition, but my whole life hinged on to win the footy tipping competition so we pay the rego for the family car because we wouldn't be able to pay for it otherwise.
Well, many of us started that way, and that's why we don't want our kids to have it hard.
I know, snowplow generation.
Snowplow. We might touch on that again later on because I think that triggered a lot of people.
Podcast.
Well, it was horrific news. More than 150 young people died, including an Australian woman, in South Korea celebrating Halloween. This is a famous strip of restaurants and bars and nightclubs, particularly at Halloween, but it's a narrow corridor of streets. I have felt physically ill thinking about that scenario, about being a crowd crush and dying of asphyxiation.
Oh, terrible.
I've really struggled thinking about this, but I've had to push through that to read up on what happens and how to avoid it.
It's scary. Have you ever been caught in a crowd crush?
No.
The 2000 Olympics, when it all wrapped up and we were at the Opera House, we were coming back to catch the train home. Martin Place was closed, Town Hall was closed because of too many people. And by the time we got to Central, the whole of George Street was just packed with people. And then we got to Central, there was a bit where we were, and my eldest he was a little, he was about 3 or 4. So he was asleep because by this stage it's 2 a.m. And I've got him, and the crowd started surging. And this City Rail guy was going off his cracker, which wasn't helping the case. And then someone threw up in the crowd, and it smelt terrible. And it was and I was thinking, geez, this is how it happens.
This is how it happens.
It wasn't as bad as that, but you could feel how a crowd and you're powerless.
This is the thing. And in the same way that when you're on an aeroplane and they say, look at where your exits are, everyone goes, oh, that's boring, I don't need to do that. Anyone who does a flight crash investigation says you need to know where your exits are.
Yeah.
Same with this. This is what they're saying. Keep this stuff in the back of your head somehow in case you ever need it. And one of them is, if you are attending a concert or a large event, note where the emergency exits are. Once it gets too crowded, the main exit may not be the most viable option. So that's one of the things to keep an eye out for. Subtle danger signs a crowd is becoming dangerous. If the crowd is moving and then slows, it's a sign that the density is increasing.
Right.
If you hear people complaining about discomfort, you hear cries of distress about how many people are there, that is a sign that the density is increasing. They say once the crowd density begins to exceed about 5 people per square metre, the situation is potentially dangerous. So it's all about being aware of that stuff. What should I do if I'm stuck in a crowd? It says here in a crowd crush. Once the crowd stops moving, your priorities should be to stay on your feet. Keep your arms from being pinned by your side, protect your chest and conserve oxygen.
Oh.
This is the thing. Kate, one of our producers, said that she was in a mosh pit and ended up on the ground.
Yeah.
And she said she was pinching people's legs to say, I'm down here. Don't stand on me. There's a human down here. She's pinching their legs. She said she'd have drawn blood if she had to. I don't know.
What are you doing in a mosh pit?
Brendan, focus. And she was saying, I'm here. And that's the thing. They say, is it safe to help others in a crowd crush? You must and you should for your own safety.
Yeah.
Your chances of survival improve if those around you also stay on their feet. When one person falls, it can trigger a dangerous crowd collapse.
Like stacks on.
Yeah, so if someone around you trips or falls, it's in all your best interest, haul them up. What's another one here? Most crowd crush deaths, it's just even horrible talking about this, occur in small spaces like alleyways, mosh pits, or exit hallways of venues. It's best to leave early and not wait for things to get dangerous, since others may get the same idea at the end and everyone exits at the same time. And this one, if you've got a backpack, keep it on. Keep the space around you. If you are stuck in the crowd and feel the density increasing, make space around your chest with your arms. Like keep your elbows out. Pinning your arms to your sides or above your head leaves your chest open to being compressed. And that's how you pass away, asphyxiation.
Well, this is
so
good
keep
these are good
space around you.
tips.
This is the stuff that you hope you will never need to know, but keep it in your head. And a lot of it, as you can hear, is just being pre-aware. Don't leave it to the last minute to think,
Sure.
oh, this feels a bit dangerous. Be aware.
That's why I go and see moderately successful acts.
There's no one there.
There's no one there.
It's just you and
Dr. Hook. Just going, oh, okay.
And when they say walk right in and sit right down, you can because
You
you're the
can.
only one there.
Jam Nation.
There's only 53 days left until Christmas. For a lot of people, that's great news. For others, that is terrifying. So what better time to get into the spirit with our next guest? He's at 1/4 of Australia's original boy band. Our
Brains
most
of the operation, you were just
successful boy
saying.
band ever. They're taking a break from their Las Vegas residency to bring their Christmas album to life with Christmas celebration concert live here in Sydney from Human Nature. Phil Burton, hello.
Here he is.
Good morning, guys. Thank you for having me.
You were just rocking out to the OG, telling everybody.
Telling everybody. Still one of our most memorable songs.
Man, I remember when that song came out. And
Nearly
I
30 years ago now.
Well, I feel part of the Human Nature journey.
Oh, here we go.
No, really. There was a time when I was working in Brisbane and I went with you guys and I do one of those in-stores. You know, someone comes and shows up.
Yes, you were back in the day when no one came to our in-stores.
He was
I remember.
why no
And we're
one
at
came.
Chermside.
Probably.
And at Chermside Shopping Centre.
Yes.
And I said, here's the boys, Phil, Toby, Michael and Andrew and Dave.
And
Dave goes,
right.
I'm not part of the
I'm
band,
not part
and
of
I'm
the
the
band,
manager.
mate, I'm the manager. That's right.
And I said, don't worry, mate, it won't last.
Don't worry, the 3 men and a dog that were watching didn't care at that point, so that's
Look
okay.
at you guys.
And you wouldn't have had any inkling that all these years later, Vegas residency, extraordinary.
Oh, yeah, I know you have all these dreams when you're a kid. You know, we're going to conquer the world and everything, but you don't ever really believe any of them are going to come true. You think they're just dreams. So to achieve the things that we have is pretty amazing to look back on, yeah.
And with a residency, are they Australians that come to see you? Who's the crowd?
We would actually get, mostly Americans, of course. One of the challenges was that, you know, people in Australia know us and they're excited to come and see us and they know what they're getting when they come to a Human Nature show. But in America, the crowd don't know us. So our responsibility from the start of the show, the challenge was to try and convert them into Human Nature fans and tell them all about what we do. But we would have a lot of Aussies actually come to the show and plan their trip around us. Oh, you know, we thought we'd come to Vegas to see you guys. So that was real. That was just an amazing feeling to know that people were doing that.
Is
for
that a
us.
double-edged sword, though? Can they be a bit too over-familiar?
No, not at all, actually. No, we like it when our fans are familiar, not over-familiar,
No.
of course. Well, at times, you know, you never know.
Throwing the undies up.
Oh, they're not saying,
Speaking of
can I come and stay at your place? We're going to see your show. Can I bunk it on your divan?
No, well, everyone thought that we lived in the hotel anyway, which wasn't true, but, you know, you'd
How
go a
very
little bit
Elvis of you.
spare. I know, you'd go a bit crazy living in a hotel in Vegas.
With the people that didn't know you, the Americans, they didn't mistake you for manpower or anything. Do they think Human Nature was like a nudist show?
No, no, not quite.
Not after the first
Funnily
3
enough,
nights.
Thunder from Down Under was just down the road. So, you know, we just direct them there. If you want to see us take off our shirts, go down the road and see them instead.
Yeah. So tell us about the Christmas concert. What's happening?
Yes, we're very excited. You know, we love putting on a Christmas show. We've done it quite a few times over the years now. It's just a really great time of the year. So we're actually performing at the State Theatre
Oh, how
on the
beautiful.
16th of December.
Is it all Christmas, wall to wall? Are you putting some other songs in too?
Oh, of course, there'll be some Human Nature stuff in there and some Motown songs as well.
Brilliant.
So, yeah, a bit of everything. So, just a really fun night. Everyone just bring along their singing voices so they can sing along with what we do. We'll get a few people up on stage to join us as well. So, Maybe a little bit of snow, you never know.
You never know. I'd be annoyed, though, if I came to see you and I was sitting next to someone completely tone deaf who was singing very loudly. Jonesy, keep your pie hole shut.
I never sing along. I mime.
Does the band mind?
Miming's good.
I mime, so it looks like I'm into it, but I don't want to ruin the song or waste my voice.
That's fair enough. That's a good call.
Do you mind if you say, let's all sing along, and you look down and see Jonesy and he's not?
No, I'm miming. So Phil would look down and see.
I would look down and think
he'd
that
go,
he is.
"Geez,
And I think,
that
wow,
kid's
he's
on
pretty
fire."
quiet, though.
Yeah.
He's the
He's
fifth
a little
member of
quiet.
Human Nature, not Dave. It's Jonesy.
It's Brendan.
He's in there. What about and also you've played with Olivia Newton-John and John Farnham.
Yes.
And so and like tragic about Olivia Newton-John,
I know, it was very
also
sad.
with John. Have you had contact with John?
I haven't actually had contact with him, no. But really, sending a lot of love his way because he's just a magnificent human. He really is. Like always with John, what you saw was what you got. So. Just a really genuine, amazing person. So, if just sending lots of love, hoping he can fight through this and come out the other side as good as ever.
Exactly. Well, mate, it's great to see you. And I think in tribute to John, we might put on this song that you did when he hogged your song.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Every time
John,
you
give
give
us a go at the microphone, please, mate.
The Human Nature Christmas Show, the State Theatre on the 16th of December. Tickets on sale now through Ticketmaster. Phil, say hi to the rest of the boys.
Absolutely, will do. Looking forward to seeing them as well.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation
Podcast.
Amanda!
Jonesy!
Is that the best you've got?
That's all I could get short notice.
You may have just heard on our news, 4 lions are loose at Taronga Zoo.
Just wandering the zoo, inside the zoo, but not outside the zoo.
Yeah, they've blocked off, obviously, the entrance to the zoo, but there's keepers and there's all sorts of people inside the zoo. And what about the ibises? What the hell? 4 lions loose at the zoo.
Wow.
Sounds like a kid's book.
I was just thinking, that Lady Gaga meat suit that we had?
Yes.
Maybe the day to test it out.
To wear it to the zoo, Brendan.
Ryan, what are you doing
Ryan,
today?
why don't you do that?
I don't get paid enough for that.
No. Well, we'll keep you up to date with what's happening.
It's 21 to 9. Did you know it's been 35 years since the Choir Boys' Run to Paradise was released? And to celebrate, we are throwing a big beach party with Paradise Jam.
Yes, Garth from Cranebrook, you are going to be there.
Oh, fantastic.
How good's that, mate?
That's terrific.
You a big fan of the Choir Boys?
Big fan. I thought they were going to be the next Cold Chisels.
Well, in their minds, they might be.
Maybe.
Well, I think they are.
Well, if you see Mark Gable, don't say, I thought you guys were going to be the next Cold Chisel.
I won't mention it.
No. Bring your cassettes along.
Jimmy Barnes is coming in a bit later on. He'll appreciate that, though.
We're going to see you at a luxury Northern Beaches residence. There's going to be food, there's going to be drinks, and a performance by the Choir Boys. Garth, we can't wait to see you there.
I can't wait to meet you too, Eva.
Excellent.
Good on you, Garth.
Good on you, Garth.
It's all thanks to Tyre Power, 100% Australian owned and operated since 1977.
Jam Nation.
Well, we're into the wash-up of Melbourne Cup. I hope things are okay. It's a disruptive time for families in terms of money being lost, people with hangovers, people upset at that other people supported the race. For the race that stops a nation, it's also a race that divides a nation.
You remember when you were a kid, they used to wheel the TV into the
school so the teachers could watch it too, and we could all watch it.
And all of us kids sat and watched the Melbourne Cup.
One of the most exciting things that ever happened to me was Dad would put my name down in his office sweep, and I won $7, and it came in one of those little office packets. And that was the most thrilling thing that could ever happen.
$7 back then, you could buy a 3-bedroom house for that.
I'm not 100 million years old, but
$7,
but pretty close.
And that's the thing, and I appreciate when the Nut for the Cup people, when I get that there is a toll that comes with horse racing, but we were conditioned on it. But then, other things in life that we were conditioned on went the way of the dodo. So perhaps one day, I don't know, in 100 years' time, there'll be animatronic horses.
I don't think
like robot horses. Like we watch race cars go around. Why can't we watch?
Well, people will bet on anything. You don't even need horses.
It's Australia. That's our right.
Yeah.
I bet on that you were going to say that.
There's something weird that happens to you on Melbourne Cup Day.
What's that?
I don't know what it is. I don't know. But you said one of the dumbest things I've ever heard you say yesterday, and I am compiling this.
How is it that a horse can get to run around the nude and I can't?
Oh, sweetie.
That's just not fair.
What are you thinking?
Well, they do. They run around in the nude. That horse is in the nude.
Do you go to feed the ducks at the park and think, where are their pants?
They're in the nude. I saw a fox this morning as I rode into work, crossed in front of me in the nude. I guess it's got a pelt, though.
I'm going to add this to the list of other strange things you said. Remember that time I said to you, do you know where the Hague is? And you said, I think it's in the bloody overseas. That was your answer.
Excuse me, it's over there in the bloody overseas.
Yes, that was your actual answer. I'm adding it to some other favourites of mine.
Stay in school and learn school.
Mm-hmm. And then this one.
Dioramas were my thing. If there was an HSC on dioramas, I'd be a professor by now.
That's the dumbest sentence I've ever heard. That's what I thought.
Anyway.
That's what I thought before yesterday is why can a horse run around in the nude and I can't?
My diorama of the gold rush was very, very good.
Okay.
And then I repurposed it the next year and had it set up as a World War I trench.
And didn't you also turn it into the Titanic?
No, I got caught out there. I said, it's a bridge a bit too far to put a Titanic into the trenches of Versailles.
Yes, and also now you're 25.
Jam Nation.
Everybody shout! Come on now, sing out! It's time for the ghoulies get together.
Well, as we gallop towards Christmas, we will have to announce our favourite ghoulie of the year. You've still got time, obviously, to get in. $20,000 cash and a year's supply of chocolate from Darryl Lee is the prize. Our ghoulies hotline number is 90617984.
What have we got today?
Hi, Amanda and Jonesy. I love your show. What really gets my ghoulies is people who are impatient with learner drivers, beeping their horns, flashing their lights, does little to build the confidence of a nervous driver and their anxious parents. Give them a little space, and please remember, you were all learner drivers once yourself.
I got beeped at when I first was learning at 16. I got my driver's licence at 26.
Yeah.
I was so traumatised by people beeping at me in the traffic.
I agree. I always like to encourage learner drivers.
By honking?
By beeping and flashing my lights. Good on you, mate. Meep, 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 meep.
Welcome to the road, honk, honk. What else have we got?
What gets on my ghoulies is when my husband has been home all night and I go and do the groceries. I come home and my kids have not packed their lunchbox for the next day. They have not put their uniforms out and the house is a mess. So I absolutely lose it, and the first thing my husband said is calm down. I would be calm if you got off your ass and did something.
Never say to a cranky woman, calm down.
You might as well just get fuel and just throw it right on that fire.
Absolutely.
Out with the bad and with the good. If you dipped out, doesn't matter. You can always call the hotline number 9061 7984. It's 4 to 9.
My favourite caller, email or Facebook friend wins a summer on the harbour cruise package valued at over $500. Cruise Sydney Harbour this summer with Captain Cook Cruises. It sounds gorgeous.
You also get a Jonesy and Amanda tea towel and fridge magnet with our little dolly heads.
I saw a funny Instagram reel yesterday of a guy called Leighton who spoke about dumb things his adult kids have asked him, like, what's my shoe size? He ended up getting swamped with parents joining in with some of the great things their kids have said. So the tribal drum was beating for my dumb Kid-ult.
Please say yes. You don't need permission from us to build bunk beds. You're adults.
Step brothers.
Love it. Here's Christine from Glenmore Park.
So here we were a few months back sitting around the dinner table, and the ad came on for the Norwegian cruise line. And my 20-year-old daughter said, "Oh, my God, look at that ship. That is amazing." She said, "The only problem is you've got to go all the way to Norwegia to get on."
Shame she's a geography teacher.
Over to Norwegia.
Over there in the bloody overseas, Brendan. Just near the Hague.
Righto, you two. That's enough.
Now, as part of WSFM's box office, we've got Money Can't Buy experiences that are going to blow your mind.
Yeah.
Ugly Phil has a special guest, Jimmy Barnes, on After 9 to reveal something very special.
Ooh. We'll be back from 6 to 9 for Jam Nation.
See you then.
Good day to you.
Well, thank God that's over.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Wipe the tears, baby, dear, from your eye.
Catch Jonesy and Amanda's podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Goodbye.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast. Catch up on what you've missed on the free iHeartRadio app.